Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and welcome to another video for Cowshed TV. This time I'm filming with my glamorous assistant, aka Dad, to bring you some tips on how we do our own basic halter training here at Albany Farm. So, let's go! Before you start, it can be helpful to spend some time in the pen or the field letting the animal get used to you. It'll be one less thing for them to worry about when the halter goes on. This little bull is Allcroft Davos. He hasn't been on a halter yet, but just every other day when we've put the straw in or done anything with them, I've made sure to give him a scratch, if he'll let me, and now he's learnt that he enjoys it and that I'm not someone he needs to worry about. When it comes to haltering, there are a couple of different methods which could work best for you in different situations. Catching them loose might take more time, but teaching them this way could make it easier in the long run. Alternatively, you could use a race or crush to halter them, which might be a better option if you've got a few to do or if you're short on time. Either way, be prepared that haltering will be an unusual experience for them for a start, so you must always make sure that you are safe. To begin with, your animal will most likely jump about on the halter and try and run away, so always be sure to put yourself in a position where you can step out of their way and that the animal is in an enclosed space so that they can't fully run away from you, because once they learn that trick, it's very hard to train it out of them. The next thing you'll want to move on to is getting them used to being secured to one spot. You could leave them tied inside the crush for the first couple of times before moving on to a safe place outside. Choose somewhere which you're sure is strongly fixed and away from any other objects so that they can't injure themselves if they do move around. This is an example of one type of quick release knot which is used for safely tethering cattle. It allows the handler to quickly untie the rope if necessary, but it won't come loose until you remove the tail end of the rope and pull to release it. Don't worry, I'm going to show you this one again. And yes, there is a heifer in the background being nosy. Pull and release. So, take the loose end of your rope, pull it through once, and you're going to pull it through a second time, which is really important to give you plenty of leverage against the animal when it might pull away from you. Then you put the rope underneath and then over the top to create a circle. Push the loose end in a loop through that circle you just created, pull it tight, and make another loop. Push that through until you get to the end. You put the loose end through and pull. Leave enough length so that the animal can lie down, but no more, as we don't want to let them step over the rope and get tangled. There are a couple of different ways to progress once you've made a start, one being the little and often approach, the other leaving them tied up for a day or two as if they were at a show or sale. Working with them several times for, let's say, half an hour at a time can be best when you're not going to be nearby, and it would be sensible to do this for the first few sessions anyway until they get used to the halter. Once they're a bit more used to being tethered, you can simulate the show experience by feeding and watering them where they are, but always make sure that no other loose cattle can get to them so that they can't hurt each other. During the time that they spend being tied, you can get them used to being handled by doing some brushing or combing, which will come in handy once you want to move on to preparing them for a show or a sale. Training two or more animals together can really help them to make progress much quicker, as they'll be more comfortable standing, walking or travelling with another animal. And most importantly, be patient and don't worry if they don't take to it straight away. It normally takes a few sessions for them to get the idea. So that's it for the first part of this series. I hope it gave you some ideas, and stay tuned for part 2 where we'll move on to getting your animals walking on the halter. Thanks to Dad and Davos for being my wonderful assistants today. I've been Sarah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.